Always start the practice session just banging those wedges down there. It's the Kingdom. I'm Chris Trott. Welcome to another Tour Truck Tuesday. Grass is perfect. Again, it's important. You see me go through all these things when it comes to hitting balls. I've probably hit about 15, 20 wedges from the same spot, trying to preserve the area, trying not to get too steep. Obviously with a wedge, as you know, because you've subscribed, you've followed, you've seen the last couple of weeks videos I've put out about how you attack and hit golf shots with irons. You're going to hit down onto it a bit, you're going to cover it, and then you're going to get the divot after the ball. So I'm hitting a lot of balls from the same spot, like I say, to conserve the place. But also, and I want to shout out my buddy Joey that I was chatting to last night. It's just gone Halloween last night, so you're getting this a little later. But I was asking Joey and his mates, so I was like, listen boys, I'm filming tomorrow. Tell me what you want to see. What do you struggle with? And they spoke about alignment. And I thought about it because it's such a simple one. But on the same note, as I start, like I say, to loosen up here and just listen to the sound, take the information to TrackMan, which I know we all don't have. But I had two guys here at the Kingdom the other day. Good social media fittings that I did for golfers that are coming in self-taught, and their alignment, if I'm being honest, was dreadful, really, really bad. And I thought about Joey and the question, and I'm like, you know what, there's nothing out there that gives guys an idea. And you see me come here, you see me use these alignment 6, you see me put them down in these live fittings, you see me 9 out of 10 times try and get people to work the ball around that target. All of that is great, but how, when we get on a golf course or when we get on a range, how do we ensure that we have perfect alignment? So I'm going, believe it or not, even though I was hitting a 52-degree wedge there that are all going about 112, again confirmed by TrackMan, launch 29. If you can get your wedges, little nugget for you, little onion for you, 52, half of that, 26. If you can launch your wedges around 26, that's really good. If you can't do that, I struggle a bit. My wedges come out a little bit high, and it's because my wrist will be cupped halfway down in the downswing. We're not going to get into all these positions, but as I come through P6, P7, my wrist is cupped. If you can straighten that out, I've talked about how to do that with training aids before, it will help you with the launch. But again, you can only work on that if your alignment is good, and just go through it slowly. More speed you put in, more height you get, but my tendency, 29.8, is to cup and to do that, and then you get a bit deep on it. So I blend it, I work it, and that's what I've been saying to you these last couple of videos. Again, blend it, don't kill yourself. Know what your mistakes are, what your tendencies are. We're coming into the off season, and work with them. Important. Right, Joey, I haven't forgotten about you. Back to this. Target is actually only, what is that? Wonder if I have a laser in here. That target is only actually, no laser, probably 70 or 80 yards out from us, okay? But I will take that as my first intermediate. Wind you can feel blowing down off the left. So you then decide subconsciously on a practice range like this, you can aim a little further left. Know what neutral is, because the player in us will always adjust. Head over that target, face goes in first. This is the start now of your true alignment lesson. This is going parallel left, meaning if I pick this up and walk it down there, it's going to be, that's about a foot distance from that target. If you have a second marker down, go bottom of the ferrule, so bottom of my ferrule there, or top, however you want to define that, against the far side. And it's important you get it right. We know that goes there, finger is the marker, top of the ferrule, pull it in, finger is the marker. Face goes into target, set up to that 82 yard or 80 yards, it's going to be roughly target. Now you want your feet equidistance, again, use the ferrule to there. That works, use the ferrule, pretty accurate from that first alignment piece. Ball position, I'm going to assume that you know where you want that. This is a 7-iron now. Again, I'm now stood parallel. Here's your first points. Don't get too static, hit. Not bad, a little bit out to the right. All well said and done, Trotty. I'm stood here, I've got my face in there, I've got my alignment sticks, but as a lot of us go, we're still standing here sometimes like Quasimodo, and we think that this is the way to go. So how do you get rid of this? How do you get it even more accurate? 82 yards is our first target. I've now got the training lines down. Let's go T-peg. Let's bring everything into just this section here. Let's really bring it close. Now you've got your marker there. Big fan of coming out, getting your view, looking at what we see, getting a feel for the shot. Face goes in, left hand goes on. I've done videos on the grip before. Can you hold the grip of your golf club like that? Because if you can, that means you've got it in the fingers, okay? Then you put the right hand over so that it underlines Golf Pride. Shout out Golf Pride, okay? This hand then goes over, grip it in the fingers. We've talked about it before. Fingers go in. Can you do that? If you want to see a video on the grip, I've got them. I'm not going to talk about that. Why are you talking about it now then? Because if this right hand is in the palm, if this was a hammer and I was hammering a nail in, that's how I'd hold it. It's not, is it? It's a golf club. So I want to be able, look, to move my wrist. So I want it in the fingers. I want my contact points to be bottom of the pinky and then the crease in the pointer. Bottom of the pinky, crease in the pointer. There's an onion. Listen to that. Cradle, cradle. Interlock. Do whatever you want. I'm not bothered. If you can get them together, I prefer it because the hands will work as one. If you go baseball, you've got two separate things. You're looking for unity. That's how I grip it. Overlap. If you're there, I'm okay with it. Just try and get them touching. You want unity if you can. Again, if you're new to golf, I know you hate that, but please work on it. Left hand, back to our lesson, on only. Look from where you are. Ball in line. T-peg, intermediate target. Face goes in. Feet, equidistance. Make sure you look smart. Tilt forward, little bit of knee flex. No knee flex until that point. Reduce a bit of stress in the hamstrings. And this is literally the lesson I've been giving to people at the Kingdom here the last few weeks when it comes to fitting. Now the right hand, bring it for the right-handed golfer from the back of your right thigh. Bring it from here. Shimmy it in. Now look at my shoulders. They're now going parallel left to my target. Let's just hit a shot because I want to keep moving. I'm the same as you guys. I'm here hitting balls too. I want to keep moving. Okay, so you're there. That hand comes on from underneath. Let's go. That's a good golf swing. Divot's great. I've got the compression. Launch 16.5. It's about 35 degrees on the face. So it's a good strike. You know it is. Look at your spin rate. Came out nice, bit of spin, it was a fade. You know, deep down I like that because you know from previous weeks my path is always this way. Hit that soft, spinny fade. I like it. Not looking for yardage here, just looking to get moving. I've only hit 10, 15 balls. So what did you do there? Face in, hand underneath. Okay, okay. But there was one other key point. I've got a cup of coffee here. I'm going to move it there. Why are you doing that? If you can see here, it's off on a 45-degree angle. As you guys come in, a lot of you that I see, and you get that hand in the palm as if you're going to hammer in because it's not in the fingers, you get this right arm straight, you get your feet aiming right, you have a baseball grip or you do interlock, usually is not an issue, but say you like that, then what happens is with the straight arm, the face is open, like I said, Quasimodo, and you get hitting big slices, not controlled fades like that. So by bringing this in from underneath, I'm keeping the Nike swoosh or the buttons of my shirt pointing, and I want you to exaggerate it, 45 degrees back towards that part of the tee box, which for me, guess what? I've put a coffee down, boom. Keep your chest pointing at the coffee. We want it pointing at the golf ball, but I want you to feel, because feel versus real, two completely different things. I want you to feel like it's going at the coffee. Then refine your shot, fall in love with that T-peg. I'm not even looking at the target, look. T-peg. Really nice golf shot. Really nice. 16.3 launch. Felt that one was a bit more inside on the club path because again, I'm warming up now. Give us a number. TrackMan didn't get it. Of course it didn't for the example, but great shot. Spin was down at 8,000, so a high spin, so it's probably a bit cutty. But you get where I'm going with this. It's a sequence that when you get on the golf course and look, as if I planned it, that leaf has just blown into shot, because you can sit there and go to me, well, Trotty, this is brilliant, but I can't do it on the golf course. Guess what? You don't have these on the golf course. You don't have this on the golf course. But we've just had that leaf blow in, haven't we? So go through your process, stand here, see the target, feel the breeze off the right, hit it over that leaf, grip it in the cradle, so you can boom, boom, the cradle, right hand off, bring it from underneath, Matt Fitzpatrick, face goes in first, get your feet parallel, look at the leaf, look at the target, look at the leaf, look at the target, hit the golf shot. Pretty good. And that's your sequence. If you want to draw one, aim right of it, draw it. If you want to fade it, go the other way. Let's see if we can draw one against that wind. Face at where I want the ball to go. Feet are now going right. Chest more turned off towards that coffee at a 45-degree angle. Just drew it back against that wind. You want to fade one, obviously vice versa. Face stays there, use the leaf, in I go. Now actually you want to be a bit straighter, a bit more this way because you want your shoulders open. Perfect. Shot shaping, perfect. All done off of knowing spatial awareness and where the blade is. But I will press, if you're on the range, make it count. Use the sticks, use the tees, get the process. I think the biggest lesson for you here is let's not approach our grip because it all matters from straight up here and a straight arm. Let's soften the pocket, come at it from here and then hit golf shots. Hopefully that helps. Joey, you're going to need to be hitting bombs after seeing this. There's no excuses for you. I never want to hear an excuse of poor alignment again. You can do this at home. You can get sidewalk chalk out. You can use the cracks in the sidewalk. You can stand parallel to it. There's no reason to not get your orientation spot on. Every time I practice, the sticks are down. Every time I stand here and hit balls, I try and run perpendicular to whatever the cut line is of the tee of the grass. All things that you can do wherever you practice at. If you're hitting in a bay and you're hitting on mats, stand parallel left to the edges and the corners of the mats and try and hit where those targets go. Lots of simple things. If you crush it this winter, you'll come out with better orientation. You can't have your shoulders going one way or the other unless you're trying to hit shapes. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe and follow, hit notify. Tour Truck Tuesday, once a week, I'll bring something out to you. And occasionally, I'll drop an extra nugget. Bang what you're thinking in the comments below, and I'll bring you some more tips on how to hit better golf shots.